Hello, truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We are continuing our career mode, and we are back in the International 9900i. We have bought this truck, fixed it up a little bit, and put a driver in our International Lone Star. And we're going to start building up this truck in furtherance towards moving to where we're going to have one of every truck. So we're going to start working on this truck. It already came with the extended cab, but we need a lot more money to be able to upgrade this to the point where we had our Lone Star. Today's load is going to be a set of yard trucks going from San Diego to Flagstaff. Going to be, almost around 12 hours of in-game driving to get done. So this is going to be another one where we split it up over a couple of episodes. Let's go ahead and get on the road. Obviously, it's raining. In my short drive over here, I did end up sliding out of control and having a little bit of an accident. So it's already damaged, and that kind of sucks. But I learned a lesson that I can't drive this like I was driving my other truck, because A, it doesn't have upgraded tires, and B, it's a much older truck. So I gotta be extra careful, especially in the rain like this. So let's get ourselves out of here on the road. We are back in San Diego because I had to have the truck delivered to San Diego when I bought it. So yeah, we're kind of not really starting over, but we are. We are back where we started. All right, can I get out? Can I get out, please? And of course he stops in front of me like this. Come on, this is ridiculous. It's not fun driving in the rain, but it's extra not fun. All right, I need you guys to let me out. Well, and yeah. Now you're just going to stop in front of me. Come on, go. All right. Whatever, we're not sitting here all day waiting for this ridiculousness. Normally I try to do realism, but like we're not sitting here all day for this. This is ridiculous. All right, get ourselves on. I do need to disable the traffic mod that I have for this. I need to uninstall it. I know it's more realistic, but it's not fun it's not fun. It's not fun to have to sit around and wait for extreme amounts of traffic. I realize it's technically, but look how long we would have been sitting here if I had sat and wait for that. All these trucks and stuff are backed up on the road there. It's just not reasonable. At a certain point, realism has to take a back seat to what's fun. Alright. Sorry, guy. I need to get over. Thank you. What the... What happened? There was nothing there. Alright, I'm super confused. Now, unfortunately, I don't think this truck... One of the big reasons I got out of this truck is it does not provide you with a... It does not provide you with a little on the display. It doesn't tell you. Of course, we were supposed to stop for vehicle inspection. The display doesn't give you a cruise control setting, so. Sorry, I'm super flustered at this point because just a lot of stuff going on and not really. Okay, hopefully I can calm myself down a little bit and get focused again. It was super frustrating trying to get out of there waiting for traffic to give me an opening, and that was never going to happen. I had to force my way out. Okay, dude, seriously, let's go. On it already? Guess not. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get ourselves back on the road. A little confused by what the GPS is telling me right now, because it says arriving in 7 hours and 54 minutes, but the trip said it was supposed to be like 11. Oh, maybe I'm remembering... I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. Certainly tends to happen. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get out of this area. The traffic is just insane. I'm not sure. I think we're gonna have to get on like the 10 or something. Ugh. I'm just gonna try to get around these guys, but of course he moves over. And he's not going any faster. Okay. We could just... This is how I get in real life when I'm in traffic. I get really frustrated and annoyed. Like, sometimes I get to where I'm one of those people that screams in the car. It's just like, get the hell out the way! Ah! I'm really trying to control my frustration right now. This is... This is like, dude, get out of the way. Just move. Why are these trucks in the left lane if they're not going anywhere? I don't want to drive too crazy though, because I don't have good tires on this truck yet, and it's raining and it slides all over the place. Okay. Cruise control back up to... Oh, look at that. The GPS that I chose, the little window GPS thing I chose, tells me what it is. So we can... Oh, man, I really like this one. I kind of like this one better than the in-1. But again, it doesn't provide me with my miles to the end of the trip. It only provides me with my time. That's still mildly annoying. I don't know if that's just something that's not available... I don't know if that's something that's just somehow not available to third-party apps. It just doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Alright, get ourselves back over here. I know the speed limit is 55, but we're going to do 65. I want to drive reasonably, but in California, I think the speed limit that they chose for trucks is pretty unreasonable. You can do 65 and 70 in most of the country, but the entire state of California forces you to do... Oh, that's right. I don't have the sensor bumper on here. I kept forgetting to take it off the International Lone Star. Make sure we never install that again. Because it's super annoying to be driving down the road and all of a sudden your truck just slows down out of nowhere. Okay, so this GPS is a little bit different. It's not giving me my actual speed. It just tells me what my cruise control is set at and what the speed limit is, so I actually do have to use the dash, and I kind of like that. I kind of like, you know, being required to actually use the dash. Oh, I thought I could have swore I had my lights turned on. Okay. I always just leave them on because it's better that way. You don't forget to turn them on when it starts getting dark, and when it's dim like this, you can actually see... Dude, get out of the way. You can actually see your gauges and stuff. Make sure we're getting the best view on our GPS there. I've already gone... See, it's great that they have the trip on there. I just wish we had the other way around, our miles to destination. 6.5 hours left until we reach our drop-off point. Fortunately, in this game, insurance covers most of the damage that you do to your truck. Oh, we're already in Yuma? realized we were on the 8. Or at least we were on the 8. We had to have shifted to the 10 at some point if we're at Yuma. I didn't notice the shift anywhere, but that's fine. You know, now that I think about it, I don't know that my map software is what's causing the names on the cities to not pop up. It might be the map, the actual map mod that I put in, that I installed. The interface that I installed. I installed several mods that affect my interface and the way that the actual overall map looks. So, like when you press the M key to bring up the map, it looks different than it would in the stock configuration. Hmm. 75. Are we gonna be able to go up to 75? Yes. All right. Cool. So yeah, we need to make a little bit of money. I have to repair some damage, but then I need to upgrade. I definitely need to upgrade my tires. We need to get the engine and transmission upgraded in this thing. You know. And then obviously we want to get as many cosmetic mods as we can just to make the truck look cool. And then after I finish record, we're still on the 8. I could have swore the 8 turned into the 10 before you got to Arizona. I'm almost positive that's how that works. Because Yuma's in Arizona, and I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong. I've driven cross-country 3 times from Southern California to Virginia, because that's where my military training school was. The Navy School of Music. I was a Marine Corps musician, and I went out there from boot camp and drove from Norfolk, Virginia to San Diego, or to 29 Palms, California. That was my first duty station. Then, after I was done in 29 Palms, I went back to the School of Music to do the intermediate level course, which is what they call it, the unit leader course. And then I drove all the way back from Norfolk, Virginia to San Diego. So I made that drive 3 times in a car. Well, twice I made it in a. Did I do it twice in a truck? Yeah, I bought a brand new Ford F-150 back when I was stationed at 29 Palms, and I drove that out. So the first time I drove out from Norfolk to 29 Palms in my Saturn SC2. I think it was an SC2. It was the coupe. And you know, I didn't really have much at that point. I'd just gotten out of my basic training school, and basically just had my uniforms and some civilian clothes, and that was pretty much it. And then, let's see, all right, I need to get over. And then, yeah, thanks for slowing me down to the point where super annoying. And then, it made me lose my train of thought. It's always when I need to get over that there's somebody coming up on my left side. So anyways, the point is that I've driven across several times, and I could have swore that the 8 turned into the 10 before you got out of California. I don't know. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong. So I want to get over, and everybody's going really slow. I get over, and I'm forced to slow down because of traffic coming up on my left. I'm back up to 75, and now everybody's driving regular. Like, what the? This is like the real world. It's very much like the real world, and it's just as irritating. I'm definitely going to need to turn off this traffic mod. It's super frustrating. It's not fun to drive. It's not fun to drive in traffic. It's just not. Matter of fact, I think I can turn it off in the game. I don't think I actually have to leave the game. I mean, that would force me to have to stop, though, and I don't really want to do that. I'll try to turn it off. I'll try to remember to turn it off between episodes. I know that some people are super into the realism aspect and they like mods that make it seem more realistic, but, you know, my perspective is you're playing a game, you're playing a game to have fun, and if you're adding elements in that are reducing your fun, then you're doing it wrong. Maybe, you know, people who have more patience for this kind of stuff, and, you know, people who don't get bothered by traffic and stuff like that, you're free to, you know, you're free to realistic your game up as much as you want, but no. I don't have the patience for this. Like, look, I need to get over, and this car's here. Last thing I want is to have to slow down because of traffic. This is ridiculous. It takes long enough to get to these places as it is. Alright. So, I know this is going to be a relatively short episode, but we're already halfway through the trip, and we definitely don't have enough time to get this in a 30-minute episode. And frankly, I don't mind doing shorter episodes for these because there just really isn't that much going on in the episode. So maybe making these shorter are probably a better idea anyways. So I'm going to find a place to pull off here, and as soon as we find somewhere that has a parking space or something, and then we can go ahead and call it. Well, but I don't know. 3 hours and 46 minutes? We might be able to get this entire trip in. We'll see. I mean, with as fast as the time is going down, we might be okay to just squeeze this load in the time we have. Oh crap. Right, and I guess we're turning off. Yeah, I really wish we had a number. How many more miles do we have until our destination? It's very difficult to make decisions about things when you don't know. There's a rest stop over here. I think we'll go ahead and just push through. 3 hours in, 12 minutes, something like that. Speed limit's 50. It's going up to 65 now. That's good. I'm definitely much happier driving out in places like the desert where there's fewer people. I don't like being around large groups of people. I don't necessarily want to go be like isolationist or anything, but I don't like, having lived in cities for a good portion of my adult life, I'm so ready to be out of cities and away from congested areas and the traffic and the large numbers of people and just all of that. I'm looking forward to getting on the road in my travel trailer and preferably just staying away from cities as much as possible. I'm not enjoying it. I don't enjoy it. Of course, these guys are just gonna sit here. Need to get some front mirrors on this truck. I don't want to have to look over every time or turn the turn signal on every time just to see where we're going. So 2 hours and 42 minutes. I think we can get this entire. I mean, obviously we've already committed ourselves. It wouldn't make sense to start it. It wouldn't make sense to pull over now with only 2.5 hours of in-game time remaining. So we just need to get through all of this stuff, get the load delivered, and then we can drop off the load. All right, back up to 65. I hope we can get back up to where, I mean, I guess we're not on the freeway, so... Like, I guess this is kind of a... Oh, it is 75. It must have turned into a freeway. Alright, now we're back up to 75. We're gonna start getting somewhere. I wonder what freeway is this? I didn't really pay attention to the signs as we were passing through, so I don't remember. Or I guess it's not that I don't remember, I just don't know. I didn't see what the sign said the freeway was going to be. Yavapai? I don't know. It was kind of, the text was kind of blurry as I was driving by. I think it said Yavapai or something like that. It's hard to tell. Hopefully after this load we'll have enough, well, I don't know. The engine upgrade was 20 some odd thousand by itself. This load's going to give us 30 something thousand, which is, you know, it's better than nothing, but... What's my fuel gauge on this truck? I don't remember where it is. Yeah, so the only thing about this truck is that it doesn't provide us with a lot of the information that I like to have. I just gotta find that fuel gauge. I don't remember where it is on this truck. So the last thing we want to happen is to run out of fuel. That would suck. I think it's behind the steering wheel, where the steering wheel is being animated at somewhere. Get our speed limit set to 65. We're down to an hour and a half of in-game time, so we're getting relatively close. Yeah, where's that fuel? Okay, there it is. It's down there on the... Oop. It's in the bottom. It's right there under the... It's right there under the... like, if you look at the steering wheel, where the cutout portion of it is on the bottom right, it's right there. So it looks like we have about 3/4 of a tank left. A little, well, less than 3/4. We're down to like 5/8 of a tank left. Alright. Gotta pay attention to the GPS. I keep looking down trying to find the fuel gauge, and I'm not paying attention to the map. And we could have had a turnoff at any time, and I would not have even known. So, but I really do need to know where that fuel gauge is, because the last thing we want is to run out of fuel, and then we have to pay somebody to pay somebody to tow us to a gas station. I'm sure that's not cheap in a big truck. To be careful around these turns, because this truck does not handle nearly as well as the Lone Star does. So you got to be a little bit extra careful when doing things. I know a big part of that is just the fact that I don't have the good tires on this truck yet, so when we have some money, when we get after this load, I'm gonna upgrade some things. I'm gonna upgrade as much of the small stuff as I can. We'll save up later for the bigger engine and transmission and all that stuff. I can make a lot more money. I can be a lot more effective with the money that we're gonna get out of this by just upgrading a lot of the smaller stuff like tires and you know, things like that. Maybe the transmission if it's not too expensive. We can live with not having the most powerful engine, but having a transmission, especially one that has a retarder on it, is probably a good idea. So, but I'm gonna be doing that stuff off camera. I know that for most people, watching somebody going through the truck, going through configurations for things isn't exactly the most interesting content in the world. All right, we're down to 37 minutes, so pretty soon we should be seeing that. Should be seeing those delivery rings pop up. Okay, speed's slowing to 55. Almost there. It'd be nice if you could swap the screens in the window GPS unit there to show like the trip information. Like if we could bring up this screen here, but over on the little GPS screen over there, that would be pretty cool. Oh wait, not that. F3 to get rid of that. That way you never have to bring up. That way you would never have to bring up the user interface thing and destroy the realism. Or not realism, destroy the immersion. I'm a big fan of immersion. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of realism, but I'm a big fan of immersion. Just, you know, making it feel like you're in whatever it is that you're doing. Realism, I think, realism in a video game, or even in simulators, is, you know, it should be there. It should be an option for you, but it's also overrated. I think people put too much emphasis on, you know, being realistic. Like that's, you know, most of the time realism just isn't fun. Too close at the end of this to be stopped by lights. How convenient. There is a mechanic shop right nearby, so we'll go get this load. Whoop. We'll go get. I didn't realize that the turn was coming up there. We'll get this load dropped off, hopefully really quickly, and then we can be done. Okay, oh, is it here? No, it's the Walmart. And it's going to be in the back. Get this turned. I don't think I have a room. All right, that's fine. I was kind of hoping that would turn out a little bit better. I misjudged the backing there. I'm gonna have to pull forward and try again. I didn't get the initial lineup right. Right, there we go. I think that should be fine. Get ourselves swung around. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you did and sends the video out to as many people as possible. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your video feed and you'll be able to watch it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members do get early access to all of my content, so be sure to click that join button. Check out the list of perks that are available there and decide if any of those are right for you. Your direct support is greatly appreciated and is a critical component in helping to turn this into a full-time gig. Again, thank you very much for your time. Be sure to come back for the next one, and have a great day, guys.